What is up? What's going on, good people? It's your girl, Take Action Low, and my sidekick.
CJ is
Uh,
here.
there you go. What's going on, CJ? Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. So, it's been a very interesting week, right, CJ? It's been an interesting week. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. But what we're going to do simply this evening is talk about a few things. One, on these Saturday Lives, one of the things we like to talk about is just, us working together because we're married and we also have a real estate business and a digital marketing agency. And over the last 13 years or so, it has been a journey. So we decided to kind of talk about that a little bit. And Carla, did you want to go ahead and start and dig in and just share a little bit about some of the things that we've learned when it comes to working together?
Whew. There's been a lot of things that we've learned working together. Um, I'll share something good and then some challenge, some things that we would do differently, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Um,
And wait a minute before you start. For those of you that's coming on, thank you so much for checking out this live. We appreciate you. If you have any questions or comments that you want to share, please make sure you do that. We'll read them out loud, and if there's anything that we can help you with, we are here. All right, go ahead, CJ.
Most definitely. So I think working together has been a benefit because it has brought us closer, right? In our relationship, we
Absolutely,
have grown together and changed together. Growing together has been important, so I think that's been a
yes,
plus. hmm
absolutely.
And I think the things that we still work on and our challenges are having our time, our personal time versus the working time. Like sometimes they cross each other,
Yes, they do.
right?
Yeah, they do. And I just want to share. There's five things that I found online that I really like, and it's something that we have and we continue to work on a consistent basis. And that has
All right.
come from us doing this for a while now. The number one thing, and we can both talk about it, is setting boundaries, meaning determining who's in charge of what, you know
Yeah.
and the things that you're good at that I'm not, and vice versa. Learning that and being able to set boundaries. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, that's what we did in the very beginning. We sat down and wrote down things that you wanted to do in the business, and I wrote down things I wanted to do in the business. And then we discussed if we were both right. If you want to do it,
Yeah.
doesn't mean you should be doing it. So we talked about that. Then we agreed to respect each other's role, respect each other's roles. So we did that, and we still do it. Like every year, it changes, right?
Yes,
It
every year it
does.
changes. It does. And there's a lot of things that's happened since from the very beginning of when we you know started
First started.
our businesses together up until this point. But for any one of you that's listening, that you are married, and you're trying to run a business with your spouse, setting boundaries is key. So you definitely want to learn how to do that early on, so that will eliminate, amen, the stress, the arguments, the fighting, the sleeping on the couch or not, whatever. um
Right.
Set the boundaries.
Can I
So
share one more? One
oh,
more thing. Can
absolutely,
I share?
sure.
Is also being open to accept feedback,
Yeah,
being willing and able to accept feedback. And we're giving feedback, it's with love.
absolutely. And I have not always, and I'll admit, I haven't always been, hey Sheila, what's going on? She's jumped on. Thank you for jumping on,
Hey,
sis.
Sheila.
And all of our replay folks, thank you guys for jumping on and listening to the replay. Again, if you have any comments, we'll answer them, or any questions, we'll answer them later, even if it's after the live. All right. But yeah, I had to learn, because I haven't always been the best at taking criticism, Or if
It's
I
feedback.
or
It's not
feedback
criticism.
or
It's feedback.
feedback or criticism. Sometimes it's good, to get the criticism, to help you understand, hey, this ain't working, or you need to do it another way. So I've had to learn that, and I will humbly admit that, and you've helped me with that. So yeah, um, so yes, thank you for sharing that. Number two,
You're welcome.
commit to the business, right? Commit to the business, meaning, periodically, you want to check in with your partner, making sure that they are still fully committed, to run the business and vice versa, because you can get, burnout. You can burn out
Yep. Or
and you can are
sidetracked.
sidetracked. Absolutely. You can get burnout, you can get sidetracked. So you have to make sure uh, that you both check with each other often to make sure that both of you are still committed to the business. And a lot of times, even if you talk and say you are committed, if your actions change, or
That's right.
if one partner is doing more and then the other partner, they kind of, start slowing back, then yeah, there's a problem. So you need to reevaluate your commitment, right? And talk about it.
Very, very true. We do that every day. Right. We touch base with each
Pretty
other and say,
much.
what are you working on today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though sometimes that's hard even to have that conversation, but it
It
is, right?
is.
Because sometimes you wake up and you feel like, so are you checking on me? Don't
Mm-hmm.
check on me. Worry about yourself, right?
Exactly. Right.
But it doesn't have to be like that.
Well, no, it's true because it's like, well, okay, I've been up since 5:30 this morning,
Right?
and you still in the bed at 8 a.m. and you feeling all right, so you're not sick. So what what's going on? But yeah, you got to make
Right.
sure that you're both still committed, and like you said, CJ, again, working together, right?
And
And
don't take it personal.
yeah,
It's not personal. It's strictly business.
it's strictly
It sure is.
business. Absolutely. Number three, define your roles. Ooh, this is a big one. It's a big one, right? It's been a big one for us.
It is.
Focus on each other's
Yeah.
strengths as you define your roles. Your shared visions, overlap sometimes. It can happen. I got my notes here, so it's you want to make sure that you're clear on the roles. And again, this is true. I cannot do what Carla does. She is good at what she's good at. She's really good at what she's good at. And some of those things I am not, and vice versa. There's some things I'm really good at that she's not. And that's where we balance each other out. But how we have been able to learn how to make it work for us is by complementing each other's strengths, right, CJ?
Yes. Yes. Perfectly said.
So
Yeah.
comment each other's strengths,
Yeah.
respect the roles. So, because I know that there's some clients that may not necessarily go with me and haven't gone with me, but Carla step in and they felt more comfortable with her, and vice versa. And it's okay. You can't take it personal because at the end of the day, if they become a paid client, guess what? When that why hit, the money's coming in the house.
That's right.
So it's all
That's
good.
right. That's right.
And four, respect and trust your partner, right?
That's huge.
Huge.
That's huge.
You want to talk about that?
I've never really had a problem with that. I always that the decisions you made for our business were to make our business better, and so that I haven't really had an issue there. But I could see how it can be really difficult to do.
Well, it can be.
Well,
I,
yeah.
well, I was gonna say I can remember a time or two early on in our entrepreneurial
Hmm.
endeavor, amen, that you were not particularly happy with, some of my more bold and aggressive, decisions, or things that I wanted to do in the business. And, you know, it didn't go off too good in the beginning because I know you don't want me to bring up no examples, or I can, but
It
I've
doesn't
always
matter.
well
I just
I've always been the one that has been more of the action taker of saying, okay, let's do this. You have been the one, and still you're still the one that says, okay, hold up. hold up, let's think this out. Let's make sure it makes sense. Am I right?
Yes, that's right. That's
And
right. I think it's so you're right. I think that to your point, you've come up with great ideas and suggestions, very creative thinker, and outside the box, which is great. Um, and yes, I've had to say, wait a minute, let's reel this in a little bit and see what that looks like
right.
on
Exactly.
paper.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Use more like slow your roll, and all of the things that I've suggested or done haven't been wins. They
no,
haven't. They
they
didn't do
haven't,
well.
they haven't. But I don't question your reasons why you're making the decision, and that
Right.
makes a little difference. I trust you are making the suggestions because you've looked at all the information, you've researched it, and you think this might help us and benefit us. So
Exactly.
that's,
Exactly.
even if I
And I.
shoot it back, knock it back
Yep.
to center
Yep.
field. Nope, not
Exactly.
doing that.
Not
It's
doing that.
still with love
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. It's with
and
love,
not,
and
yeah,
and and after what, almost 15 years in December, uh, that we've been together, it just, over a period of time, it's like, okay, I know that my partner, my spouse, has our best interest at heart, especially when you had a track. And this is something for those of you that may be listening. Again, if you're going through this, or if you're even considering working together, these are things that you really have to think about. You
yeah,
really have to think about, and you have to talk about, and make sure that is what you guys want to do, because these are the
yeah,
things that you are going to have to do in order to survive. Right, CJ?
yeah. That's right. I have a joke to tell.
Oh, go for it. I hope it's,
So
hey, it better be funny. Now go ahead.
it's well, hopefully I can tell it because I'm not good at telling jokes. But he's an investor that we work with, and he and his wife work together. And
Hmm.
he said that he said, "What do I do?" He said, "Every day I go to work, and she sexually harasses me."
That's funny.
That's funny.
Well, because he can do that. I
He can
like
do
that.
that.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, I do it too. So anyway, guilty. Uh, and number five, whole team meetings. And this is something that we've had to get better at, and
We
be
do.
consistent and consistent at, because it's effective. So if you have a team meeting, it's just like when you work at a corporate job, you have a team meeting every morning, or you have you know, uh, maybe a group, you know, team meeting once a week.
Chat.
Chat with
Hmm.
your team, and to make sure that whatever goals that you have for the day, or for the week, or for the month, are met. And whatever needs to be changed and done needs to be changed and done. But yeah, that's extremely important, right?
Yep, I agree. And that we've got to get better at it for sure.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. So, anywho, awesome. So, I hope you guys like those five things. Again, if you're working together or considering it, make sure you set boundaries, you commit to the business, all right? You define your roles, you respect and you trust your partner, and also hold team meetings, right?
That's right. And can I
Awesome.
ask you? I was speaking with another husband and wife partner,
Mm-hmm.
and their businesses. She's a realtor. He's an investor,
Uh-huh.
and they're very competitive.
Ah.
And I know you are very competitive. We tried that in the beginning.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. And
What do you think about that?
well, I've always been competitive, growing up and being in sports. Um, so it's in military, so I'm okay with it. But I know that, for me to say, hey babe, I got, you know 6 contracts today, or our team got 6 contracts today. How many contracts did you get? Or can you get 10 contracts by the end of the week? And if you can, blah blah blah. I know that don't work for you, so we've already tried that. But if I turn it, if I turn it and switch it and say something like, well, dear, um, here's the goal. If we can get, 15 to 20 deals closed within the next 90 days, then let's take that trip to Hawaii that you've been wanting to go
Oh
to.
yeah,
Then I know that
that
that's going to
much better.
Exactly. So you got to know what motivates your partner and how to motivate them. So it may not be the strategy that you want, because if you try to push your way, of doing things, then that's just gonna piss you off. And we don't need you pissed off. We need you. We're happy and working, right? Amen. So that's
Well,
the way to do it.
well, let me explain why. It's because, it's partnership.
Yes.
So to me,
Hey, Alan. I'm
so
just
in the
want to say,
partnership,
Alan just jumped on. Hey,
hi,
Alan. Thanks for
Alan.
jumping on, man. Okay, go ahead, CJ.
So there's things that, like if, since, so anyway, I think that if we do it the way you talked about the second time, the second option was the best because it brought us together saying 15 total deals. So we're in this together, trying to beat the goal, make the goal to go to a trip. So I think it promotes us to work together to to meet a common goal
Yes.
rather than I'm trying to do this and do better with you or compete with you on this,
Mm-hmm.
because that for that reason, number one, and number two, a lot of times I end up working all of them because I end up going to the house, showing the house,
Mm-hmm.
working with whoever, whether it's investor or retail. So that's another reason why it's difficult to have a little, competition going. I don't, for me, it doesn't work. It might work for some people, but I think it's better to have a common goal that you're both working on. I like that better.
Yeah, I hear you. And yeah, you are still active, very active, which I think is great in the business. Even though I've been preaching
Thank you.
from the mountaintop more over the last year of us continuing to outsource, but that's a whole nother live, and we may touch on that on next Saturday. I've learned to outsource more than you have. That's another story.
I'm working on it.
You are working on it.
That's right.
But oh, Sheila
Yep.
said I heard a
And I
couple.
actually
Oh,
created a
go
video.
ahead. No, no, go
Huh?
ahead. No, go ahead. You
No, go right ahead. I have somebody at the door. So hold on one
no, no,
second.
go ahead.
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Sheila said I heard a couple that worked with one another that have CEO meetings once a week. Yeah, and that's fantastic, and that's how you should do it. We
Yeah.
actually meet, but sometimes our meeting may not be on the same time or the same day because we
Yeah.
do have a lot going on. We've had a change over the last year where it was just us here in our household and our pets. Now Carla's mother lives with us, my mother-in-law. So, we've had to make that adjustment as well over the last year. But yeah, we meet, but it needs to be, we got to get more on a solid
Timely.
schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thanks, Sheila. Thanks for sharing that. Sweet.
So, and
Cool
just to also
beans.
add to that, every day at 6:30, between 6:30 and 7:30, we have home care that comes to take care of my mom,
Yep.
and they are great ladies. We love them. They love
Absolutely.
my mom,
Yes.
and they also bring their little ones. So sometimes during this training, or not
Mm-hmm.
training, but during this call or whatever this is, what
Alive.
is this? A
Just
podcast?
alive. Yeah,
Alive.
doing alive.
Okay. You might see or hear some things going on in the background, but that's what it is. So
That's what it
just to
is.
share.
And you adapt to the change. And that's something that we've been able to work together. And it's not, oh my God, you got one spouse is like, oh, I can't do this. I can't work. I can't focus. It's like we come together, as a team, as a partnership and say, okay, we got these adjustments that we have to make. We're going to make them and we're going to keep moving forward to our goals. Right.
Oh my God, it's so nice to hear you say that.
Absolutely.
This is not something that happened overnight.
Oh, no, not at
So
all.
it's very nice to hear you say that.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you for
Oh,
saying that.
of course. Oh yes.
That's
It's
awesome.
it's yeah. Yeah.
And we'll move on to the next.
And we're gonna keep it moving. Amen. Um. So what else we were going to talk about? We were going to talk about things that, or one thing a realtor should not do.
Never do. Yes.
Ne- Never
So,
ever
uh,
ever ever ever.
just a really
Okay.
quick story because mine's going low on my phone because I've been
Okay.
out all day with Sheila, who's on our
You
live. And
Sheila superstar.
my so one of my listings, we just having issues with the key for whatever reason. It's not working. So my client said, suggested that I go on the neighbor's property and jump the fence. And I was like, I don't think so. We're
Mm-mm.
in Texas, and here, I don't know, but I know for a fact that we are a shoot first, ask questions later state. So I said, no, no, that's not a good idea. And especially now with the temperament of things, how things are going, that's never a good idea, especially in Texas.
Not only, especially in Texas, but not in Fort Worth,
Not
Texas.
in Fort Worth,
So, in the event,
especially, right?
that's right. If y'all on here and do not live here in the Dallas Fort Worth area, then simply turn on the news and you can see the things that have been going on here, unfortunately, in Fort Worth with a lot of accidental shootings and such. So, and being African American women, there's just certain things that we're not going to do, as real estate professionals. One of Carla's clients asked her to go onto onto the neighbor's yard, to go around the side of the house and the back of the house to get into her house, her client's house. And she told her absolutely not. And she's
With
right.
love, of course.
Yeah, with love. With love. You say it with
With love,
love.
of course.
But sometimes you have to educate everybody. Be like, look, I don't care if I'm getting 100% on this deal. That's something I'm not doing because I want to be able to live for this deal to close. Amen. So no, I don't suggest anyone. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. It doesn't matter what race you are. There's certain things that you got to say. You know what? No, my safety is important. I want to get home to my family. So you just want to be careful.
Yeah,
It,
times are different now. It used to be that, you if you're sales, then you could move around the neighborhood and it really left you alone, let you do what you need to do, but it's a little different now. So,
yep, it is.
yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about upcoming events. Alan, Sheila, thank you guys for being on here. I think some other folks on here too, but thank you for hanging out with us on this Saturday night. I know I look probably a little awkward with like one, with one.
I wasn't going
I,
to say anything,
well,
but
I meant to address it in the beginning,
I
but
know.
yeah, I got like one on and one off. Here's the other one. And what happened was, see, what had happened is, um, I sat on my headphones, so that's why I just have one. Anyway, go ahead. Just in case anybody's like, "Why she look funny? Why she got on there?" All right, go ahead, CJ.
So I'm pretty excited. December 3rd is the dedication in Alamogordo, New Mexico. And what's happening is my dad's name is being put on the sign for the high school basketball court.
Yay!
So they're putting,
Yes,
yes, his name on so it's going to be Lawrence E. Johnson and then the Tiger Pit. And then on the court, they're going to have his name on each. So we're really excited to be in Alamogordo on December 3rd for this dedication.
yes,
So if you are in Alamogordo, New Mexico, or if you just want to come and be a part of history, please join us.
yes, and that's such a fantastic honor, and for the
Yeah.
family. So way cool. That is a
Yeah.
blessing. And let's see what else we got. Of course, we got Thanksgiving that's coming up. Again, guys, we're going to be doing the Slow and CJ Live every Saturday. We will map out a solid time. And if there's anything you guys want us to talk about, then please let us know. Send us a comment here. Again, all of my replay people, some of the things that we enjoy talking about and that we want to talk about, is not only just business and entrepreneurship, but also, relationships. So 15 years we've been together, baby. It has been a journey and it's been great. It's been awesome. So, but it's not easy when you're married and you have a business, uh, and it's not easy, and you just have to continue to work through things, right, CJ, and communicate
That's right.
and
Okay.
keep it moving. What'd you
Most
say?
importantly, I would say most importantly, I think what's been most important for me is that we've still chosen our relationship and our business every single
Yes,
day, choice every day. So,
every day,
mhm.
day. Even though it hadn't been easy. But yeah, it's definitely been a journey, and it's been cool. It's been awesome. So, anything else you want to chat about? Anybody else got anything they want to talk
Mm,
about? Chat about? We good? Sheila said,
yeah.
"Congratulations, awesome." Thanks, Sheila. I
Mm.
think she said that in reference to into your dad. You know, they're doing a dedication in
Oh, the
December, so
dedication.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be cool.
Thank you, Sheila.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys for jumping on us here with us live. We are going to now jump off and enjoy the rest of our Saturday night. What we doing, babe? Anything in particular? Or we gonna talk about that
Nope,
after?
we watched Dolomite already on
Oh yeah,
Netflix,
yeah. When we're at,
and
yeah, check out Dolomite if you know if
and
you guys are into that.
that's
Eddie
good.
Murphy. Eddie Murphy. I'm a huge Eddie
Hilarious.
Murphy fan. So is Carla. He's hilarious, and also he's coming out with Coming to America too. Oh my God, I can't
Oh my God.
wait. That's my all-time one of my all-time favorite movies, and I can actually recite that movie from the beginning to end. I know every line. Me and like 3 of my classmates, schoolmates that I grew up with. So I can't wait.
And America's Son, right?
American Son.
Oh, American
Kerry
Son.
Washington. Yeah, that's on Netflix too. So again, that's for you guys that, chill out at home, when you're not out and about or working or traveling and you just want to take your mind off stuff. It's just some cool things that, we most recently just checked out. Sweet. What else you got, CJ? For
That's
the
it.
people. Is that it?
That's all. Yep.
For the people. All right, guys, we're gonna get off here and have some fun. So hopefully we're gonna have some fun with my wife. But you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Be careful. And upcoming week, again, let us know next Saturday. We're going to be on here. Anything y'all want to talk about, chat about. It can be work. It can be fun. It can be movies. It can be relationships, whatever. We'll open it up. We're opening it up. All right. CJ?
Except for the impeachment. We don't want to talk about
Oh,
that.
no. We can. No. Nope.
We'll pass on that.
Eh,
No comment.
mm, no, I don't know if we want to get into politics.
No, no comment. I was just joking.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. And as always, take action.